Christopher, welcome to the show. All right, one little fact here that a lot of people aren't talking about. Obviously, this has to go to a vote in the House Oversight Committee, but then it's the Department of Justice who would take up the referral by the House to actually prosecute Wray. What's the likelihood of that happening?
I would say there's a very low chance of any at all of Christopher Wray arresting himself for ignoring Congress here. I mean, it has happened. Steve Bannon was recently arrested by the Department of Justice for being held in contempt of Congress. He was the first person since 1974 with G. Gordon Liddy during the Watergate scandal to be held to that. But there's a huge difference there because at that point, the Department of Justice was Biden's Department of Justice, and they were interested in arresting Steve Bannon for this. There was the levers of power were held by the right people, as they generally always are for a lot of folks on the left, and they were able to hold him to account. But I would say there's about as high a chance of Christopher Wray being arrested for this as there was of Eric Holder being arrested when he was held in contempt of Congress for Fast and Furious during the Obama years.
Does Christopher Wray have any lawful basis to deny this subpoena? The FBI keeps coming out and saying that they're trying to protect this case, that they're doing the right thing, they are operating in good faith. So does he have a case at all?
I don't think so. And you can talk to some of the nonpartisan lawyers and former prosecutors that you've seen around D.C. who I've been speaking with today, and they're in general agreement that he's in the wrong here. Senator Chuck Grassley has a whistleblower from within DOJ who's alleging serious wrongdoing. Congress has oversight over this. So there's no real actual legal proceedings for him to get out of this, except for the fact that over the years, Congress has generally made itself rather toothless in the face of the executive, and this is one of the times where they might have wished that they'd been doing their jobs as opposed to spending the last 20 or 30 years just fundraising and talking about things on TV, but not actually exercising oversight over the executive branch.
So Congressman James Comer and Senator Chuck Grassley are reportedly meeting with Christopher Wray today. Finally said, hey, let's call a meeting after James Comer yesterday said, I'm going to hold you in contempt. That got somewhere eventually. But is this a step in the right direction? They're having a conversation, or is it too little too late?
Yeah, it's a step in the right direction. It's the kind of thing where you might get some documents that are brought forward, et cetera. They already seem to have their hands, at least, on the substance of this document. The fact that Christopher Wray is willing to meet at all means that they might be getting somewhere. But at the end of the day, it's about power. So people can yell this is hypocritical all they want. They can yell that it's unfair or illegal. But if they're not in power, then they're not really able to do that much about it.
So part of this case is that the FBI has been slow rolling this investigation into what they think is Hunter Biden, into the Biden family. I mean, we're almost 3 years into the Biden administration, and we still know little about this investigation at all.
Yes, very little. We have whistleblowers now from the IRS, whistleblowers from DOJ, all saying that there are different and whistleblowers from the FBI, all saying that things have been slow walked, things have been pushed down, any kind of investigation of Hunter, and way beyond Hunter, of the extended Biden family, who made a lot of money when he was vice president, made a lot of money after, and some of them continue to make money to set up a lot of different corporations that were able to take money from businesses abroad, businesses that had interest before the United States government at the time that Joe Biden himself was either vice president or later president of the United States. So there's a lot of smoke here. There's a lot of smoke, but so far everything's been being slow-walked, and there's, of course, really been no accountability for any of it.
Absolutely not. Appreciate your time, Christopher. Good to see you.
Good to see you.